Alright, well, I don't have a ton of time today, but I did want to at least do this first race with our new car and new driver and everything, and see how that goes. I think I did this already. No, I didn't. Okay. I think I did, but I probably didn't save it. Okay. I think I can get both drivers into the Q3 here, so we'll start with that. One into the top 10, we'll do that for now. I think we can probably go higher, but so given that we're going to given that we think we can probably do better, and we're going to get some more upgrades soon, we'll keep the streak low. But given like the level of our drivers compared to the other top teams, even though we might have a competitive car with them, I'm not sure we have competitive drivers. So we do want to kind of be a little conservative with some of that stuff. I'm just making sure that we have the new stuff installed on both the cars because if it didn't save the race target stuff, I wasn't sure what order I did everything in and when I did everything and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully in the future I can
go, folks.
in a better situation where I have better lighting instead of having that light directly behind me. But right now my desk is set to standing because make sure that my son doesn't mess with it when he's here, in case he like wakes up before me or whatever. I don't want him breaking the computer or something. So okay, no sprint here, but well, I don't know if we want to bother developing Porsche all that much, unless we want to take him with us to the next place. We'll see. We'll start developing him later. Right now, I think it's more important for us to get the track acclimatization and stuff with both of our drivers. 4th and 8th, not too bad. Okay. We'll work on car setup a little bit here. Yeah, we'll just go with something like that. Maybe I should have manually managed these to make sure that we got the sauce, because sauce are so good here. Ooh, 2 and 5, nice. That's too much, okay. Feels like maybe a little bit too little traction. Yeah, I don't know, we'll try something like that. And we can let's see how this turns out. I think we should be getting into the 90s. Yeah, low 90s, but And Yuki has poor affinity with his race engineer, of course, so it's a little unfortunate for him. Might hurt our qualifying a decent amount, but I'm just trying to decide if I want to mess with the toe out. It's like, I feel like that it doesn't. I feel like that should be close enough. I think I should be able to get away with one lap in Q1, no problem. Which will be nice for saving tires.
So keep the delta negative where you can.
And we are boxing this lap.
Yep, copy.
Although the Haas is oddly close to Albon, especially. I wasn't quite able to get Tsunoda into the high as his default, but maybe the Haas is just good. Let's just get them ready in case we do decide we want to send them out. Let's see how much we're safe by. Okay, I think Tsunoda's definitely safe. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see enough people improve by half a second. So, we'll just stay in and save the tires. I'm surprised that Tsunoda outqualified Albon, especially with Albon starting in high and Tsunoda only starting in medium competence. And Albon's supposed to be better. He's a higher rated driver, but I think maybe not necessarily in pace stats and accuracy and, you know, the things that matter most for... Oh, I got to 100%. 97. Nice. Yeah, I did think I might have to mess with the toe out a little bit here, but I wasn't sure which direction, so... Pretty surprised I got 100% though, actually. Yeah, Yuki wasn't left with all that many softs, so... 2 hards? Not here. This is not the place where I want 2 hards.
That's good.
You know, of all the tracks, of all the compounds.
Make sure you respect the delta. Okay, go in, go in.
Yeah.
Well, Albon's definitely going to need to go back out.
Currently P5.
Okay, Alex. That's that run done.
Yeah, copy.
I'll send him out now, and then we can do... He should have enough time to do a final run at the end, if he needs to. But this way we can get, like, essentially his banker, because what should have been the banker was not.
P7.
So boxing
Half
this lap
a
then.
second safe.
Yes, copy.
Nah, I think I'm fine. Luckily, it was Albon that had to use the extra soft so I can, because Tsunoda has so few. I think Albin had plenty, right? I don't remember looking at his compounds and thinking, oh goodness, I have to make sure I save. Yeah, because I definitely want 2 sets for the race, so I'll use these old ones, and then I'll use a new one after I built confidence. Sometimes the old ones are faster, but
That's great.
I like to pretend that's not the case, honestly. I just always try to treat it like, okay, I want to use new softs for my best run in qualifying.
Currently you are P1.
The new softs do seem to make a
Go
really
in
big
at the
difference
box.
in the actual race. Maybe just because you can do more laps on them. So they actually do give you a significant advantage, but we'll slow it down a little bit so we can, well, I guess we can fast forward for a little bit longer, but now that we're getting into the between the Red Bulls, seems like a pretty reasonable place to be. Sonoda is a little close to Perez, so either that'll give him a good tow, or oh wow, he had a very quick lap. Yeah, provisional pole. Albin did not improve.
P7. Let's go in that.
Albin all the way down in 8th while Sonoda's on pole. That's kind of crazy, actually. Very surprised to see Sonoda that far up, but it means I guess I made a pretty good choice on who I hired for that second driver spot, huh? Okay, we'll start Albin. We'll have him go, medium, soft, soft. And Sonoda will do the soft, medium. That way, their pit times are offset as much as possible. Attack on the, and still go aggressive on the. Although actually, I think we can go standard on the softs, and like that's actually like the best. The softs are like so much faster here. That's like just run the mediums into the ground and then get onto 2. And get onto the softs as fast as possible. The problem with this is we do run the tires a little bit hard at the start of the race. So like almost makes sense to put more on, like an expecting about an aggressive overall. And so we're pitting a little bit early onto these softs here. Something like that. Whereas with Albin, obviously we can just lean into the mediums the whole way. Let's do our normal down like 1 lap kind of thing. Try and get a jump off the start. And the hope here, although it seems a little bit unrealistic, is for Sonoda to be able to get off to a substantial lead and break DRS before lap 3 when DRS starts. But
and away we go.
Let's put them on low just so they so we don't crash, especially because we're so broke right now. Although we should get a decent payout from the race, obviously, but and I think the month is pretty close to done, which will give us a bunch of money too. But yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna be able to get out of DRS. The Red Bulls are pretty quick, unsurprisingly. DRS is enabled now, which, you know, I mean, it's going to be really hard to hold Perez and Verstappen back, but we'll see. We'll push on fuel a little bit longer, and we can try and recover a little later. Probably just this one more lap. At that point, I'll also probably go to standard on the sauce for Sonoda. If we lose the position to one of the Red Bulls, that's fine too. We should be able to hang with them. We have pretty decent dirty air cornering, and we have pretty good DRS still, I think. I don't actually remember checking that and making sure that was true, but Sonoda is maintaining first place, which is kind of incredible, but yeah, falling down to second here is fine. Okay, I think what I'm going to try and do here first happen pass, and then get this DRS, and then ooh, dang, I was hoping to get him there, but maybe now a little push and get out of DRS range. Set the fastest lap. Hopefully top up will let him keep the distance. Now that Verstappen's out of DRS, maybe he'll actually be making the progress.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
But
Copy.
running out of DRS there is not ideal.
The window is open. Okay.
I think we might be able to get a pretty decent undercut here. We'll see. The problem might be like there's such big DRS trains spread throughout I'll have to see where we're projected to come out once we get, like, sorry, position is 19th. So we'd have a decent amount of like chunks of clean air around here, so might not be that bad to pit fairly soon for Albin, because we'd like to get onto the softs as soon as possible, because they're just such faster tire here. Sonoda should be able to get a pretty decent undercut as well. But hopefully he won't get caught up in too much traffic. His exit position should be really good though. Alright, we'll put next lap onto softs. Coming out in 17th behind Gasly is not too bad, because he should be a fairly easy overtake. And then we have pretty good clean air for a little while, at least up to Ricardo. But then this 4-man train, hopefully some of them start to pit by the time Albin is going to catch up to them. Okay, next lap as well here. We'll get on to another set of softs.
And box. Copy.
Surprising it doesn't say like effing copy or something. Right. Okay. I think we want to slow down here just so we can make sure we get Albin like monitors temperatures and everything, so Ricardo is not in a train here, so that should be an easy pass for Albin. We come onto this DRS straight here. Boom. Sonoda came out in 8th. He's got a pretty decent gap to the next people, so Albin is definitely carving through, so that's pretty good. I guess we should probably not push on fuel. That's would probably be a bad idea. So if we can get a double overtake here for Albin. Yeah, looking like it, huh? Although Perez is probably going to be able to stick behind him pretty well, since we don't have a ton of resources to try and build a gap. We don't have a ton of extra tire, and we don't have a ton of extra... well, we're probably short on fuel, and we don't have a ton of battery either.
Be careful for debris.
Well, hopefully that's not going to be safety car or something. No, it doesn't look like it. Cool. Because we just pit, so it would not be ideal. Okay, Albin, can you get it done, or do I need to push for you to get it done? Looks like we're gonna need to push. Oh, it is Perez who overtook him. Wasn't really paying attention to that. Sonoda. probably a bad idea to pass him there, but... Once we make sure we get a gap here with Sonoda, then we can probably go into some fuel saving. Perez and Albin are still very much fighting, but as for like net second. Ooh. Perez is really pushing, huh? Yeah, he's burning out his tires though. So later on in the stint, we may be able to make something happen.
There's a yellow flag now.
Or get an overcut on him or something.
Red flag.
Ooh.
Red flag.
Not in that case, huh? Alright, let's see. So if we put the mediums on standard, we won't have to pit again. We've already used the mediums for Albin, so he'd either have to use hards or 2 softs, but I think he only has 1 fresh set of softs, so he could go like soft, new soft, old soft, or something like that. I have to use the mediums. So, what if we start on, oh, those are really old softs, huh? Get onto these slightly better softs. Yeah, it's still better than the just medium, huh? Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Can we make a light soft? Go the distance. It's close, you know. Okay. And that's 2 seconds slower if we go aggressive on them. It's still 2 seconds slower, yeah. So, the light soft does appear to be the best option. The only question is, will they actually make it till the end? We'll see, and if we need to lean on them, then we'll just we can always just adjust and go to the 2-stopper from here. Very lucky for Leclerc, though. That's the big thing from my perspective. Okay, I think we want to go into the softs because it'll give us the best launch off the start. But then I'm thinking maybe we want to go to the mediums because it gives us more strategic flexibility if there is a safety car or a another red flag or anything like that from here. Then we can take softs to the end. This does help us a lot with fuel, though. They're so much slower, though. Okay, we'll just go on to the new softs, I think. And try and build a gap again, which will be harder now that Parrot. Oh no, Leclerc had it apparently. Oh,
Here we go once more. The track is ready, and so are
that
the
was good
drivers.
for Perez though, because his tires were falling off more than ours.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
And he still had new softs. Oof. Oh, we definitely want to change that to deploy.
Yeah.
Tap for a little bit. And we've got extra fuel now, so we can definitely push on the fuel. Hopefully we're still lighter than the other cars.
We've got a yellow flag here. Let's take a closer look. Now we're just proceeding through turn 4, with not much room to move, and the impact on the car.
Not a big crash or anything. Okay. I'm gonna start tuning Albon down because he was supposed to try and make these softs last till the end of the race. I might go down to aggressive here soon with Sonoda. Well, actually, I think I'll go standard, and then I'll go aggressive when he starts to get down to like below 60%, where the tires really start to fall off. And because it's hot here, the tires are still staying in temperature range.
Now it
on
looks
light,
to be
which is
Lewis
pretty good.
Hamilton involved in that.
Ooh. Oh, Albon out in front while going light. He was able to get an overtake done. That's pretty crazy, honestly. But
So what?
DRS.
Okay.
we have been able to continually push on fuel, which I think might be a big deal. I don't know if they've continued to push on fuel. We're underfueled, so we're not as overfueled as everyone else probably is. We'll go to like -0.5 or something. We'll keep pushing on fuel until then. Perez is also looks like he's going light on his softs. I'm gonna try and keep him alive the whole time. It looks like Sonoda might be one of the only people who's going to pit, like at all. Oh, some of these other soft runners probably, like Sainz probably has to. Ocon probably has to. Perez and Albon might be the only ones that are going to keep their soft tires alive the whole time, but the medium runners probably, well, almost certainly can make it. But we shall see. Oh shoot, I was not paying close attention to the fuel situation. Might have to do a little bit of conservation towards the end here. Oh, yikes, they crashed, huh?
You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Now here we are at the
It
final
was not
corner.
good for
Tries to get
his
by.
tires.
Oh, that's quite an impact between them.
That's got to be a penalty for Perez, right? Well, they're almost certainly not going to make it now, so... No penalties given, are you kidding me? Darn. Okay. So I think I'm gonna have to put Albon's gonna have to pit. Ansono's gonna have to pit. So I'm putting him on standard now, and then I'll put him on aggressive. Let's see. You should have a pretty good set of softs. So I can make it to... No, I think this will be best. So then at the close to the very end, we'll get onto those softs and try to just attack. I can probably just go full on attack now here with Tsunoda. Probably can go aggressive with Albon now. Verstappen's catching, probably because the soft tires are starting to fall off a little bit, but man, it's gonna be a tough fight with the Red Bulls. Not just this race, but probably this whole season. I think that's going to be our big fight. start conserving fuel with Sonoda at least. I think Albon, we can maybe wait a little bit longer. I don't really want to start conserving fuel when Perez is right behind. I probably should have hit
The window
Sonoda there,
is
not
open.
gone for
Yeah,
an extra
okay.
lap. That was foolish of me. Especially since his mediums already could have made it to the end on full attack from where he was, but okay. Definitely should have enough fuel with Sonoda. 13 laps, we might be able to recover that without going into conserve with Albon. And the top three are so close to each other right now. Oh, Perez is in the pits now. And Perez got the overcut, unfortunately. And it's probably on softs, huh? Yeah. Slightly used, but alright. We gotta get some overtakes done here for old Sonoda. Oh, I put the wrong one into play. Wow. That was pretty dumb of me. Well, now Perez and Sonoda are both stuck in a DRS train here. Albon got a big overcut there. Back on Sonoda. Yeah, this is a little bit of a DRS train, but hopefully, especially with our very good DRS, we can make some moves happen. I'm surprised Gasly held on to the back of Albon as long as he did, but he's fallen off now, so. Alright, Sainz is next. I don't think we need to push on fuel for this one, just because I only pushed on fuel for the other one because my opponent had DRS. Come on, Sonoda. You can do it. Albon is pretty quickly catching Leclerc here, so alright, Sonoda. Got a lot of places to make up still. Some time to catch. Ten laps to go. Nice move from Albon there. Still has quite a ways to catch up to Verstappen, but second place seems very reasonable here. Sonoda should have enough energy to be getting these overtakes done now. There's a little extra fuel, so we can probably push on these DRS straights that we're trying to get the overtakes done on. Nice. Alright, so let's get up to Perez, hopefully. Not on that last lap, but he was also harvesting for part of that lap, and then also had to get the overtake done and everything, so we'll see. Albon is very close to Alonso. There are a huge number of laps left, unfortunately, so Tsunoda still might be able to get into 4th or something, but probably not any better than that. It's like the best we could possibly hope for. Albon into 2nd, I think, is the best we can hope for, so but that should be actually not too hard for him to accomplish. Okay, if we're gonna do the overtake there, then let's deploy and try and make sure we don't give that position back. Oh, he's pitting. Alright, nice. Well, let's make sure we get back to good on fuel. We should be fine, but let's just make sure. Well, that's good news for Tsunoda, then. Tsunoda, a podium position seems not exactly likely, but theoretically possible at this point now. If we can get Perez, but that might be difficult. Depends on how much the softs fall off at the very end of the race here, but Albon is still putting in the best lap times, but and Tsunoda is a little tiny bit faster than Perez, but probably not enough to get anything done, but okay. Yeah, okay, that's good. And Tsunoda's still in DRS of Perez, so that's actually pretty sweet. Oh, shoot. We're definitely recovered enough fuel with Albon. Yeah, we'll see. Ooh. Okay, Tsunoda. Let's see if we can get out of DRS, and then we can try and recover fuel after we've broken the DRS. If we can. Guess it's a bit of a risky move, because if we can't, then we may end up in a position where we did there, so yeah, I hope that we can keep growing this lead so that we can make sure that we can recover the fuel, but it looks like even on balance he's recovering enough. So that's pretty good. If Albon can get the win here, that'd be crazy. But Albon is pushing his tires all the way to the death, and Verstappen still has a Oh, no, we need to stay in neutral because we were at 50, and so we have enough to push for one whole lap, but not necessarily more than that. Is Albon going to get close enough? It seems possible. We didn't get DRS, did we? Oh, yeah, we did get DRS.
And this
Okay.
is the last lap.
We'll close up a little bit here. Close up some more here. Or even get the overtake done here. Okay. Can we run away? Oof, no. No. No! That's why I didn't really want to overtake before that last DRS. Oof.
Okay, we are low in the pack.
Coffee, yes. That's the flag.
Not quite enough.
P2.
Really happy,
But-
well done everyone.
Double podium still
Yeah,
quite
thank
good.
Your place was good.
Okay, checkered flag. Checkered flag.
Yeah, so very good race overall. There.
Alex Albon put in an
I think we could have won if it wasn't for Perez crashing into Albon and forcing him to pit when we weren't necessarily planning on it. We thought we could run those softs all the way to the end. But alas, such is life. So we're only 4 points behind in the constructors already, which is quite good. Hey, and we had the fastest pit stop for Albon. I guess we didn't have nearly as good of one for Yuki. I didn't get any good ones. Stuck wheel nuts on all of them. Well, yeah, Albon's other one still would have been quite good. Third, I guess. Well, second, because I wouldn't have his there. So, yeah, unfortunately, both of the bad ones were on one driver. But cool, and pretty good development, I think. Got to pay double bonuses, but I'll take it for, you know, a result like that. 11 days. We can give one of them the new chassis. So I think we'll do that. We do have an extra one of those. Do we want to manufacture an extra underfloor? When is the design for the new one done? Let's check that. 24 days. Although we could put more engineers on it now. I wish you could name designs or something so we could say, like, know for sure what the different wings are for. This front wing, though, I believe is the medium speed one. Yeah, it's giving us good gains in medium speed. So I do want to get that done for Jeddah, if I can. The rear wing, is the a top speed, low speed one, which is we want for Baku. I think it would still be an improvement for Melbourne, even though that one's high speed and we lose a little bit of high speed. We do gain some top speed, but I guess high speed is most important there. So speeding this one up doesn't really make any difference. So we'll save the engineers for that. Underfloor. We definitely put more engineers on, and if we can get it in time for Melbourne, that might be pretty good because it's giving us at least some high speed gain. It's like just a little bit better in every thing. It's not a huge upgrade, but still could be useful. Oh, cool. Okay, let's see. So we just finished the chassis, so probably don't want to do a new one of those just because it's like harder to compare. I guess I could write down numbers or whatever and look and see what a new one is, but front and rear wing we have in development and underfloor. So side pod or suspension is what we wanted to assign next, so we can look and see what the relative gains of each of those would be, and see which one we'd rather do. So let's say that I did that, and then maybe tried to work a little bit more on airflow middle. I don't think I want to sacrifice any engine cooling. That could maybe do a little more drag reduction. I don't want to lose any engine cooling, but if I can add that down. It's very little to lose, but kind of want to see if I can just make sure I'm improving in all areas. And this gives me a little bit, well, actually a decent amount more high speed. That's not bad. And pretty good extra drag reduction with a very slight improvement in engine cooling. And a very slight acceleration boost too. Let's see what the suspension can do for us. We want to make sure that we're getting that up. I definitely feel like it's giving us a lot less overall right now. But if we bring some of these down and focus on the airflow front more. How do I bring drag reduction down a little bit too? Again, a little bit of brake cooling. And getting that much low speed is pretty big. And like low and medium speed is where we need the most work. There's actually a ton of low speed downforce, which I think should probably move us up into first in that. Yeah. We'd still be first in high speed because we're only going to be losing out to our own car. I do think that this is probably better, especially like, okay, when can we get this done? 40 days would be in time for Baku, where we do want low speed for sure. And then we have Miami and Monaco, which are gonna be low speed tracks. So if I try and get that where we don't lose anything there, then we definitely get considerably less of these other things. And yeah, we don't get to the front in I don't really want to lose that much brake cooling. In fact, I do want to try and get more brake cooling, honestly, if possible. Move us up at all in brake cooling, but it would not be the best in top speed anymore with this, but we might still be, honestly, with other upgrades that are coming. And then we would get into first in low speed. Maintain first in high speed. Maintain first in all the top speed stuff. We're not getting brake cooling this way, but I think that's okay. I mean, we're at 67%. That seems pretty good. I kind of like to be at like 70% in Season 2, but this gives us so much low speed downforce. It's huge, 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 huge. And getting that much in and low speed is like super big because, you know, the number's so much lower in low speed in general. So I think I like this one better as our current project over the side pods. So we're trying to decide. But we had first gone in there to see the underfloor is going to take 22 more days, so we might as well just, I think manufacturing, having one extra is going to be useful in case something happens. I do have the chassis, yeah, okay. Manufacture going on, so, okay. There's our spare suspension, but since we've started a new suspension project, do we want to go up to 4? Sure, yeah. I can't imagine we're gonna have a disappointing result. Yeah, I guess we might as well manufacture one. They're not that expensive to manufacture. Yeah, I will probably make more side pods too. I probably should have done that over a suspension. That's probably a poor decision, but I haven't gotten adaptability. That's not great. Control for Yuki. That's not bad. And Teo got defending and a reactions. So pretty good. I gotta remember what did I have? Yuki training. Wheel to wheel. I wanted that for control. Huh. And then it was just the one that had the best other stuff in addition. Okay. And Albin, I think, is on pace. Short runs? Short runs, yeah. Okay. Oh, I might want long runs. Although, getting the accuracy up would be good so we can qualify better. I just kind of think that adaptability is in both of these. Could make sense to go into race strategy instead. His pace stats are pretty good. Getting the accuracy up is like the... I think smoothness and accuracy are the big things we want to work on, but there's nothing that trains accuracy without doing adaptability too. I guess he's fine where he is. I'm fine with that. Yeah, we have race strategy for Teo because his smoothness is the biggest thing, and then second biggest thing is overtaking. So, because his pace should be good. I think how's his accuracy? It's good too. Yeah, and all his pace stats are quite high. 86 cornering is kind of crazy, honestly. Okay, let's do this. No, we're well rested. Cool. I think we're still going to try and get as much gym training in as possible. But still try and put some pit stop drills in. But we should have a lot of time to put a lot of work in with to our timings before Baku, and then from there we might focus more on pit stop errors. And just do enough gym trainings to maintain wherever we get to at that point. Until we get the error chance really low. And it's a new month, so we actually have some money. Refurbishment is so expensive on that. But we'll definitely consider it. That's kind of costs I like to see. We could continue to work on the race simulator though too. I think for now we're gonna keep our money though. Okay, new ATR period. We have 3 days. What if we emergency 1? And then 2 unrushed. And so we'll still have an extra 1 available to us at the race. And then we can do the rest on normal. That's what we're gonna need. Okay, do we wanna look at the side pods now that we have? What do we want to use the ATR on? Maybe let's look at car part attributes and see our rank on the grid for things. So our engine cooling's bad there, but airflow, middle, and drag reduction are pretty good there. So our front wing is very good in medium speed, which is what we focus this one on. Brake cooling's not great. Airflow sensitivity is pretty good. Airflow front is very good. Should give us more low and medium speed as well. And the high speed's already even still really high when it's definitely not what we focus on with this one, this front wing. So that's pretty good. So the front wings are pretty good. I don't necessarily know that we need to spend ATR on it. This rear wing is just literally the best, except for airflow sensitivity. So that's pretty great. Side pods are not good. So we were looking at the old one. Very good in drag reduction, but that's it. Not good at anything else. So that might be a good place to use the ATR, which is good because it's something we can work on right now too. Suspension is also pretty bad. But we have a suspension project in the works right now. Underfloor, we have quite a good underfloor. Not the best, but the new one that's coming will probably be the best because it's just a straight improvement on everything across the board. So, yeah, I think I like side pods. Those seem to be, needing some love for sure. I wonder if there's... We could save some of it for the suspension as well. Okay, if we keep the... Make sure the drag reduction doesn't go down. So we can keep our strongest point, but get this airflow middle up and gets a bunch more high speed. That is quite a bit of high speed downforce. We're definitely still not gaining as much as we gained from in like the low speed with suspension. So I think the suspension was definitely a good upgrade to do. But yeah, and then we can use the rest of this ATR on the next suspension, and then get another suspension after that too. Even so. I think this seems pretty good. We could even do this on intense, but I think we'll just do normal. Especially, I don't want to do intense. Well, I guess I'm leaving this team anyway, so probably doesn't matter. But I was gonna say I don't like to do intense until I know what the regulation changes are going to be, and then we can do intense designs on the things that aren't going to change, and just do yeah, but don't really care too much about that right now. Okay, let's put the extra engineers onto let's put some here, and then I think we can put the rest on the underfloor. Some on the underfloor, and maybe a couple onto the rear wing as well. Because even though either way it was like easily going to be done for Baku, which is where we wanted it. Oh yeah, I mean it's like Baku's so far away that we don't really need to worry about that. It'd be better to get them on here so we can try and get the underfloor done as soon as possible, so we have more time to manufacture in time for Australia. That makes the most sense. Okay, we got a lot of stuff completed, I think, so we can put this on one of the cars at least. This we'll give it to Alvin. We'll put this on both cars. Which is a substantial gain, especially in medium speed. And a little bit in acceleration, I guess. Weird that only affects acceleration on one of the cars, but I guess probably because it's not enough to be like a whole thousandth of a G without the new chassis as well. Could probably use one more side pod. We have 4 suspensions now, right? Oh, we have. Could probably use more rear wings, but especially since this is still the rear wing we'll definitely be using for Australia. But I guess it's true of the side pod too. And rear wings are quick to manufacture and cheaper if we have to emergency one. So, okay. Well, let's try and get this race done, and that will be my last one for tonight. Can we guarantee one in the top 5? Sure. Because we should be even better here, honestly. I don't think as people will have brought as many that many upgrades, and we brought some at least. Yeah, I mean, we're moving first, third, first. So, should be quite good for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and go. Should be a very strong weekend for us.
We're here in Jeddah, where the tension
The biggest
is
question
boiling.
is going to be like our gains per like new thing. We can see how on a lot of things they're dropping off. So it might be hard to continue to see this level of gains that we've been seeing so far. I think I do actually want like the higher end of the oversteer here, but I can get more cornering out while keeping the oversteer high by doing that. Okay, I want this actually low. So we'll see if we can, towards the end, continue to keep up with the development. But since we don't care about the next season, it should actually be not that hard to do that. Ooh. I think I can do something like that, maybe. Then I can tune that down one. Or tune this down one and tune this back up one. No. Nah. It's a little bit too much oversteer, I think. $97, $95, pretty good. Enough for very high here and high here, which, given his low affinity, is pretty good to get us into high.
Hello and welcome to the...
Now, one thing that's definitely interesting here is the tire degradation, which is like a little bit higher than you generally expect when you get to race time. I think that might do it. Yeah, I think I don't know which direction I want this to go. So like that, like that. But then I don't know which direction I'd want the... It seems like it might be better, but... So it's going to suggest like soft mediums or something, but it might be better to either do like a soft medium soft or like a medium hard or something like that. Although Sonoda does have pretty good smoothness, so he might actually make the soft medium work. But
Keep the delta.
it's like especially
in,
when you
go
push
in.
on the tires,
Okay.
they overheat so quickly and they just drop off so fast when they're overheating on this track. So something to consider going with some different strategies than those suggested, because you're almost always worse than expected. But it's also possible we can look at the like track temperatures and stuff and see if they're a little bit lower than anticipated and stuff. And if the track temperatures are lower, then we can expect that the soft medium will make it, maybe? I don't know. Hard to say. But we don't need to go out for a second lap for sure. We had good enough times in the first one. Although, I mean, it's closer than I would like to being out, but... we end up 99 and 98. That's pretty good. I'll accept it. I guess probably, yeah, the braking stability could have been, could have been a little better there, and for him, yeah, braking stability as well. Could have just clicked it down one, but... Okay, I probably will do a second lap here, but just because it was close, especially for one of the drivers to not make it out of. Or that would have been, yeah, like 11th, so it would have been, was 11th, so, I hope that blocking wasn't too bad, but either way, getting the confidence up
Disrespect your delta.
to very high
Stay negative.
is
Stay negative.
the most important
Go
part
in,
of the first
go
run.
in.
Copy.
And we're significantly ahead of Verstappen, which is pretty wild, actually. But he might have gotten some bad traffic. But kind of funny how much better our second run was than our first in terms of, you know, ranking on the grid, or, you know, Q2 as opposed to Q1. One's going to be behind a lot of people. But Signs is fairly quick, so hopefully that won't be an issue for him. Yellow, 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 purple.
You are P2.
Purple.
You are P2. That was a good lap. That was a good lap.
Of course,
Go
any
in,
improvements
go
from them would probably be purple. So, not all that surprising.
Check a flag.
Albon improved too. Probably could have saved those tires, but 2 softs should be plenty for the race. Alonso keeps getting out between my drivers. Stroll better get out of the way.
So close to 0, but negative. Okay, Alex.
Alonso ended up
That's
with
the redundant, so go switch in.
Sonoda didn't have a great time
Yep.
stuck behind Alonso. Probably the dirty air got him, or Stroll, one or the other. But very high confidence for the final players. Pretty good. Oh man. No, Alonso should get out of the way, actually, by the time Sunoda starts to ramp up. And it's not actually part of the flying lap, so it should be not a big deal. Purple and green.
Flag is out.
And purple, green. And P1. Only P7. Yeah, kind of funny that Sonoda got pole last race. It was like P1 and P8 or something, and now it's P1 and P7. I think my guarantees were only
Here we are,
top 8 in
folks.
qualifying, right? Can I see it from sponsors? Yeah. Yep. Yep. 2 in the top 8. So got that. It's like listed there could be 2, but there never is there, right? But interesting. So I do want one driver to finish in the top 5. That's the big thing to do here. So, and for this 2 in the top 12, that's super easy. But 1 in the top 5, that's going to be the .26 degrees. I guess I can try and do this, and then, especially running out in front, I might be able to make it work. And if not, I can always pivot to something like this or something. Which I think it's gonna say is, oh, it actually says that's faster. Anyways, but yeah, if it looks like we're not gonna be able to make it, we can just switch laps, but we'll default assuming we can do that. Yuki is does have a little bit better smoothness, I think, but we can start him out on the mediums since he's gonna start out in traffic, and it'll be easier to keep the mediums from overheating. And then we'll give him an alternate strategy that involves using 2 softs like this. Or just even expect to do this. But on attack, they might drop off even faster than the like projected attack. Yeah, well, I'm gonna try this and expect to do this, but potentially do this because then like we're still undercutting the soft runners probably with this. So I think here we want to keep our fuel up because each lap is going to be a ton of fuel out, and I think
The
most
drivers
of
are
the
lined
lap
up on
is
the grid here.
flat out, so it's
We're
like
now moments away from
costs
this.
more
The
to
Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
increase lift and coast, and it
And it's
will
lights
recover less
out,
naturally.
and away we go.
But we will just push on the fuel for a while too. And this is huge for Albon if he can, you know, break DRS. We're gonna start saving the tires immediately. Tsunoda making up places, overtaking Perez, which is huge because beating the Red Bulls is our #1 priority. We definitely want to try and cool these tires if we can for Albon. Try and make the one stopper work for him. But I mean, since we have such a big gap, anyways. Tires are following the expected curve. 130. If they get above 130, they're gonna just totally disappear, though.
Truck low on. Right. Okay.
We should probably harvest here and go to balanced, and so I'll be able to hang with these guys while recharging. Regaining some resources here. Albon can just keep increasing his lead, which is pretty sweet, pretty crazy that that's the case. Just in case he gets undercut or something and someone catches up, we'll try and conserve some resources for him. Tsunoda is hanging with these guys despite being on harvest and everything. He's killing the tires a little bit, huh?
Battery's good.
Okay.
Okay. Into here if we can get some overtakes done. Nice. Tsunoda, nice. Okay. Now we want to break the toe to them if we can. Catch up to the back of Verstappen. Okay. No more DRS. Can we catch up to the back of Verstappen now is the question. I should be able to. So we're going to topping up. We're going to balance on fuel. And we'll stay aggressive on the tires. We just don't want him to get over the 130 because then they get really, really bad, really, really fast. Oh. Perez. When did Perez get right behind Sonoda? Okay. If I can get Sonoda past Verstappen before the pit, that would be nice for sure. But it probably won't matter all that much. I guess it'd be past both, almost certainly. But try and just get into some free, clean air, and to try and make the try and gain as much time before the his early pit stop, which hopefully will still be late enough that there's actually some gaps opening up by then.
ERS is currently disabled.
Yeah,
ERS is currently
I'm a
disabled.
little concerned about the ERS situation with Sonoda. I'm not sure he's going to be able to break away from Verstappen, and if he's going faster than Albon and catching him, then pulling Verstappen up to Albon is not ideal, for sure. They are battling, though. It's not a huge amount, it's like a 10th, right? So, if we look at tires, Verstappen's on the medium, so could be problematic, but I think his mediums might be falling off faster than anticipated, so if he's trying to do a one-stopper on them, he might end up in a little bit of trouble. Alright, we'll just go down to balanced on field with Sonoda. He should be able to recover probably over the course of the race. Albon should, have plenty of all of the resources. So I'm not concerned at all about him, honestly. Yeah, we'll pit this lap for new sauce with Sonoda, so even if they get to the 130 now, I don't really care that much.
Yeah, copy.
Okay. Yeah, I can probably push on fuel for a little bit just because I want the in lap to be as good as possible so we can get as big a gap as possible, but probably still going to come out like back here or something. But on fresh softs, might still be able to make things happen, but it's a big DRS train to be stuck behind, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars in the DRS train. But we have some time, so let's take it light and let's try and gather up as many resources as we can while we catch up to it. Okay, we can lean on these tires a little bit more for
Window is open.
Yes.
Albon now. It's kept him alive very well. But we're pitting soon, so we can start to use all those resources he's gained. Norris is hanging on the back of Sonoda, but I'm conserving all of my resources, and I just want to make sure Sonoda is actually, catching the people in front. He should catch them even more now with the DRS not on harvest anymore. And that's also enough to get Norris out of DRS, so. I was not really in a hurry to push with Sonoda, because I don't know how we're gonna get through that DRS train. We'll stay on these softs an extra lap, just because the mediums might fall off, and we might have to push with them sometimes to get some overtakes done or whatever. So rather put the fewest number of laps possible on them. Let's get to 125, so not even close to melting him. But I thought I was on attack with those tires, but I was only on aggressive, so. Okay. Let's see where Albin's gonna come out. Hopefully in front of that big DRS train, which yes he did. Okay, Sonoda is in that train now, so I don't know how much I want to like push with him or anything, but there's a tiny little Aston Martin train here. Let's see if we can get them on the main straight here. Oh, yes. Nice. Okay, and Sonoda got the move done too. Very nice. Okay. Let's try and cool these tires for Albin until we get around to the main straight again. We should be able to overtake Alonso. And then we're in a really, really good spot because we're like not that far off of the front runners who have yet to pit. Okay. All right. Whoa, Albin. You don't need to do it there. You got DRS. Coming up, yeah. A bunch of DRS. Okay. Let's just try and get out of DRS here, and then we can just try and look after our tires till the end. Let's overtake Sonoda. Oh man. Okay, and then I'll try and help manage Sonoda. Let's just go deploy on the rest for a little bit there. We can push on fuel for a little while longer. Go down to light on the tires just to make sure that we can cool them quickly. Yeah, Albin.
Pack's on the low side now.
Wasn't a great place to overtake because maybe a DRS and everything, but maybe let's see if we can get some of these overtakes done in the corners and stuff for Sonoda. to avoid the DRS train issues. It's unfortunate because one of our strong attributes is the DRS effectiveness. I mean, our car is actually strong in like everything now, but so it sucks to like just not be able to really use that. Okay. This does seem to be enough for Sonoda. I did not anticipate that. I thought I was gonna have to like slowly, you know, conserve resources between overtakes and stuff and try and manage that very keenly, but I don't mind so much that Verstappen is able to stay in DRS of Albon, because he still has to pit. Sonoda still does also have a pit. Which could be problematic. Alright, let's try and get some energy so that when we do pit, we have some energy to try and some overtakes done, but we've got a few more laps and we'll try and just use all of the tire that we can. Paris is probably on the mediums, huh? Yeah, and we're still looking to get the overtake done, but I guess we have started to wear out these softs pretty substantially, but oh, nice. And Verstappen had to pit as expected.
Box.
Copy.
Coming out in 8th would be behind Russell, so hopefully we can be ahead of Russell. That's our yeah, see how fast they drop off. Jeez, so crazy. But I did run them a little bit long too. I was so far ahead of everybody. That's just a huge difference of starting out in front, you know? That's like, even though Sonoda was the one who had an extra pit to do, and he had a pit stop issue, of course, so instead of coming out in front of Russell, he comes out behind Ocon as well. Okay. Again, let's try and conserve as many resources as possible until we catch up to everyone, but maybe that's not the best idea because there aren't that many laps left, but I do have a lot of tire to use over just these last, 14 laps. So it's not making up time, but should be. No. Maybe we'll just try for fastest lap with him. Maybe that makes more sense than trying to gain too many positions with him. Although I think I'll probably be able to gain some positions at the end of the race. So there should be people on old softs or old mediums. I was afraid that he didn't get it for a second there, but 128 was pretty good. 2 seconds to the back of this train, and there's a little bit bigger train. If we can get past those, then world is our oyster. I do definitely want to try to harvest until I get to the back of them because I don't have a ton of ERS, and I'm definitely going to need ERS to make the moves happen against ERS trains. When there's no train, it's not that big of a deal. I think the DRS should be effective enough, but I do need to make sure I'm still gaining on them, which only a little bit. And with 10 laps to go, there might not be enough. So we're gonna
Battery is good.
Copy.
a little bit more aggressive with the tires. And we have battery now, so hopefully we won't have to recharge at all, or maybe just go into top up between overtakes. Okay, this next DRS over here, I might be able to start getting some of these overtakes. Yeah. No, didn't get it there. Okay, get it on the main street then? Yeah, okay, on the main street. Let's keep pushing to try and get Ocon as well before we start trying to cool the tires and regaining the fuel. Top up and hope that Ocon can't overtake and that we continue to gain on signs. I should have upped his overtake aggression, honestly. But once I get into not overheating territory, I will go back to standard and use that to try to make up time to signs. So we are gaining. Question is it going to be enough over 5 laps? Oh, we're not getting a second, huh? So only 4/10. But if they've used a lot of their resources, then you know, maybe. That's crazy because Albon's so far ahead. But just the poor-ish qualifying from Tsunoda. And then I don't think the strategy was great. And then also because I wasn't paying that much attention to him at certain points when I probably could have gotten overtakes done. And I just didn't. But if we can go up to 6th, which seems possible, that'd still be pretty good. I'd be happy with that. Although Perez and Verstappen being 2-3 is not ideal for our title aspirations. I feel like we should get extra points for being so far ahead. We're kind of like Verstappening Verstappen right now, right? Everyone's tires held on better than I expected, honestly. No one's catching.
You should be proud of that one, mate. Well done.
Thanks for sticking with me.
So it's not going to catch Stroll, not a chance. Maybe if I had done a little bit better, but he also had bad pit stops both times, right? I think so.
DRS.
It's a little unlucky with that, unfortunately.
Just take the flag.
I wonder if it might be worth doing less setup and just like accepting
Now that's
a
a
lower
really
confidence
fantastic
to
result for the Williams driver.
reduce the tiredness of the pit crew. I think the adjustments affect that. Yuki still did gain a place, so maybe the strategy wasn't that bad. And we got fastest lap and everything, you know? And it was pretty close to going up 2 places. It really is kind of, I think, a lot just about the starting position issues. But Yuki lost the spot. Why is it giving Verstappen the lead? It seems unfair. But yeah, we're definitely behind in the constructors, although we did gain a point this time, so we're only 3 points behind now. The pit stops not nearly as good for us this time. We still only got 1 in the top 10, and it was much less good, so we fell all the way down to 4th. McLaren did really well, and Red Bull as well. We expect those two to generally be the best, honestly. They are usually the 2 best at pit stops, but yeah, pit stop errors for both. All 4 of Yuki's pit stops so far have been errors, which is really unfortunate for him, because I think that he lost a position with both of them, honestly. I think 2 positions, maybe even with the second pit stop. And so could have, this time it was both car release. Oh no, lower car. Car release. Well, last time it was both the wheel nut. But first, nice. Second, 7th, 6th, still good. So, it might be worth working on developing Teo Porcher now. And then we can take him with us to whatever new team. We'll check our facilities in a minute, but let's see what we want to manufacture first. So we are almost done with underfloor in 4 days. The side pod manufacturing will be done in 4 days, though, so we can start another manufacturing project. I would like more of these front wings, because I like to have 6 at a time. So we will do that. We maybe didn't need to emergency manufacture one of the front wings, but it would have been catastrophic if we lost one. Although we probably could have just rushed both, and I don't know, but we got more car part knowledge by, yeah. And we'll see. Whenever we run out of money, we don't have to worry about like making sure we save some for designs or for research or whatever. Some money. So it's like we'll just be like, okay, we're done with development, and when we start running low on money. So that's just manufacturing complete. First one done. Increase our confidence in your leadership team principle. Yep. Should hope so. Isn't this Dino's first year in F2? Wasn't he in F3 before? That's pretty cool. I wonder how it does the simulation for the like F2 and F3 races. If it does like some sort of like complex actually like running of the race, or if it's just like, okay, pick the, just like do a quick like random number generator thing. Jack Crawford, I do like Jack Crawford. He's one of the drivers that, even in the previous one, I would often get to be like one of my replacement drivers, especially at. So this says that the podium was that, but if I get full race results for F2 in Saudi Arabia, it says Jack Crawford was first. That's why I was like, confused about. Because here it's sorting by best lap and not finish position. Because he only finished 18 laps. Right? The only person to finish 19 laps was... Something must be bugged here, right? Oh, I'm looking at practice. Duh. Right, so Jack Crawford lost 6 positions in the race. I think he starts out worse in this one than he did before. Okay, those, 7 days. We get one done. So I think we'll just rush one. And chassis and side pods, suspension and side pods. So chassis might be a good one. I know oh no, we haven't done the new suspension yet, huh? Do we have a suspension project in development? So yeah, let me get that one done sooner so we can try and get the even better suspension, hopefully. That we're going to use the ATR on the next one. I know I said I don't really like designing too many chassis, but let's see what we can get if we do. So we get a bunch of oh, let's see. We definitely gain some engine cooling. Question is, if we turn this down, can we do that without losing some? Oh, car 2 is gonna actually. But if I look at car 1 rank on the grid. But getting more airflow middle is like not that important because we already have such good top, like high speed cornering. Yeah, I mean, I feel like the gains that we get on the chassis are just so minimal. Anyways. Okay, let's go for a front wing. I think we want a low speed front wing. And then we can do a high speed one as well, because we want low speed for Baku, Miami, and Monte Carlo, right? So that would be pretty good. And then we already have medium speed for Barcelona, and Imola I think is medium and high, yeah. So we can maybe try and fit in a high speed one for Imola as well, but 56 days. Getting 2 designs done and the manufacturing seems maybe unlikely. 45 days. We want it in time for Baku if we can. Russia will get it done in time. But also, okay, let's try it. Let's see if we were to put more engineers on it, if that would. So if we look at like our existing projects, we have the suspension that we put a bunch of people on. Let's put this down to 2 for now. It still gives us plenty of time before Baku, and that's what we'll be done for anyways. So we can always put the people back on that if we decide we want to. Okay, let me see if this is. It's 35 days. This still gives us 5 days before. Saves us money, gives us more expertise to do it normal versus rushed. This seems pretty good to me. Okay then. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do this next race because it's getting pretty late. But I'll handle everything up until that point. Okay, we'll sell that on part 2 as well. We're not designing a new chassis, at least not at the moment, so we don't need to worry about that. Not manufacturing anymore. We'll just manufacture another one. So we have a spare at least. That's the one spare. But I guess that's was actually probably big part of the reason why Yuki was slower as well. I forgot about that. That we only have the new chassis for Albin, so it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so the 3rd best in high speed, which is pretty sweet for this front wing. So should still be really good around Australia. Maybe we'll give Yuki the new floor now, since we gave Albin the new chassis last time. It's not a huge gain, but it's the best drag protection underfloor. It's like a little bit better and everything, but it doesn't. I guess only in medium speed does it actually increase our rank on the grid, really. So, underfloor might be a good one to to manufacture another, or to design another one of, at least sometime soon. Because like one of the things that we don't have the strongest in. I never manufactured an extra one of these, which I should have because I only have 3. But I'm just gonna check again where everything ranks. So chassis is still like meh. It's good, but it's not like the best. So might be worth something investing in. We looked at the front wing already, and it's quite good at what it's supposed to do, which is medium speed. That's all this one is really for. The high speed one, we might actually do less airflow front, because that mostly matters for low and medium speed. But we haven't started designing our high speed front wing yet, but something to keep in mind. Our rear wing is just like super duper good, but we're also going to be getting like specialized ones. I can't remember if I did specialize this one in anything. Our side pods are not good, right? That's why we only in drag reduction. The airflow was not great, but we are, and the engine cooling's not great, but we're making a new one that should be pretty good, and especially the one after. I just looked at the underfloor. Suspension was also not very good, right? The airflow front is pretty decent, which is why we're still competitive in like low and medium speed cornering, even with our crappy suspension. But the new one is bringing us way up in terms of low speed cornering. So we're losing a little bit of high speed, but we're already the best car at the high speed. So and for Australia, we want high speed and top speed and everything. And if we look at the rank on the grid, we're down to 3rd in top speed. What if I look at car 2, which has the new floor? No, we're best there. DRS effectiveness, someone has overtaken us apparently. Low speed, 2nd. But best in high speed, which is the most important for this track. So it should be quite good. Check our facilities real quick. So the factory, I would like to refurbish or upgrade or something. The race sim I also kind of want to upgrade, but I want to make sure I have plenty of money in case I need to emergency manufacture anything or anything like that. These are still in good condition. Sometimes, like, how is he have low morale? What can I do to change that? Honestly, it's like I have things to boost morale, and it's like we're winning. We literally just won a race, right? And we're in 2nd in the, like, why would he be low morale? Because he's not making any money. Maybe that's it. This guy, especially, his morale's only okay. It's like, dude, you guys suck, and we're like dragging you to It's funny that our DRS Delta has been so good when his DRS Delta is so bad. But it was something that we focused a lot on in the first season, so. Okay, I guess it doesn't save these, but I'll do that anyway so I don't forget if it does save them, but I'll probably check again anyways. But okay, yeah, both into Q3, and I think we can save both in the top 8 again. Finish position 1 in the top 5. I like doing that. I like to only say 1 in terms of finish position because then it like gives us a silly way to have someone crash out. We'll say 2 in the top 8 in qualifying, and we'll just do 5 races for that. Should be good. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we're still quite good. Cost campaigns not a concern yet, but the big thing is like we should probably just like subtract like 20,000, just expecting, or 20 million. I mean, just expecting to buy powertrain components and stuff. Especially with our switch to Red Bull, it means that we might be fine on gearboxes depending on crashes and stuff, but we're probably not going to be fine. We're certainly not going to be fine on ERSs. We'll probably have to take 2 ERSs each. Although our engine cooling is better, so maybe not, but yeah, we'll see. We'll have to keep an eye on that. It might be time to start using some of the newer stuff just so we can break everything in so that we're ready in case there's some catastrophe to take penalties. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight. So